Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. We've arrived at the Hungaro Ring, located just outside Budapest. It's one of the shortest laps on the F1 calendar. Drivers are forced close together on this track, jostling for position and defending their space to the end.
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. But there are still plenty of points up for grabs this season.
Stay with us then, as the weekend gets underway. And here we go, with the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go indeed. A shockingly bad qualifying here for George Russell, but as you can see, it's going to be a wet one today. It's going to be it's going to trickle up, and predominantly be kind of in that intermediate range between slicks and intermediates, literally, for the rest of the Grand Prix. So P2 for Carlos Sainz, P10 for George Russell, going to go straight to the rain on the hards, hopefully, and then for Carlos, a one-stop strategy. It's all up in the air. First pit stop underway here in this episode, onto a brand new set of medium compound tires. A nice clean pit stop, effectively 2.2 seconds, not too bad there for Carlos. We are going to blend out, unfortunately, behind quite a few of our rivals in quite deep traffic, although we do have the best tires of anybody out there. Good stop there for Carlos. Now just running on the first pit stop here for Georgie.
Oh, and the car locks up. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
Yep, I should have trusted the data. Should have trusted the data, but now it's too late to do anything.
Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. Well, following a crash like that, it'll be important now to ensure that any debris is cleared from the scene.
Popani backs her way out of this Grand Prix, and we've got a VSC. George Russell has been left high and dry by this strategy, but I think this kind of just bailed him out. The question is, do we come in this lap and go intermediate, or do we just keep going on like what Kevin Magnussen has done? Start doing the rain dance as we come in for a set of intermediate rubber. The VSC is ending. We just need to get this thing above about 8.8 millimeters of saturation on the racing surface. That's a mistake. Damn it. Well, on to a set of inters there. 4.3 seconds, not the worst thing in the world. Carlos Sainz reemerges in P8, just ahead of this train of cars. George Russell will come out in P13. We just need rain now. So are these people staying? Okay, so everybody's finally switched over to inters. Interesting. So, I mean, we can get ahead of Valtteri and Kimi in good time. I think we'll put, okay, he's already on high. We'll use some battery to overtake here with Carlos. For George, we're in a bit of no man's land, but I still think we'll be okay. Just tracked him out. I don't know where this pace has been all race, but I'm glad that we're doing it now. Unfortunately, Carlos has picked up a major ERS fault, but hopefully that won't hurt us too bad. With Piastri's faults, we should be able to get him maybe even as soon as this lap. Not quite going to get there, but it's not doomsday just yet.
And there goes the steering. Now, they did leave it very late.
Ooh, this means that DRS is going to become enabled. We could theoretically get Stroll off. I don't know why Carlos overtook him before the DRS detection point, because he's just going to get passed in a straight line and also got passed by George. What are we doing, Carlos? The DRS is going to be open here. Piastri still has that fault. Can we... Oh, wow. All right. Rewind. Didn't expect that to happen, but he made it work up to P4. Ooh, it's going to be a DRS battle now. Around the outside, George Russell. Damn.
And it's a victory for Gasly.
I don't think anyone could be disappointed with the race like that. A consummate professional through and through.
Well, Aston Martin fans, your wet dream has come true. They finally returned to the top step of the podium with Pierre Gasly. Verstappen comes home P2, and Kimi Antonelli, for I believe the second time in his Formula One career, will stand on a podium. George Russell with a phenomenal double overtake there on the last lap. We will come home in P4. Great stuff for Carlos Sainz, but I fumbled the bag. I fumbled the bag really, really bad, and I gave up a lot of points. We lost ground to Red Bull, but you know, these things happen. So not too bad. Not a great first race, but we'll move on.
Get ready. It's the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. We
flopped it really bad in qualifying. 16th and 17th in a very, very wet qualifying session, but hopefully better things for today. So medium hard here for Carlos Sainz. A very aggressive soft, medium soft strategy for George Russell. I can only imagine that we're better than 15th and 18th.
Oh, and that's a pretty big impact there. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
It's not going well. On to a set of medium compound tires, 2.4 seconds. We're kind of getting shit on right now. It's not looking good. Ouch.
What the was that, honestly? Oh.
Well, Esteban Ocon backs his way out of this Grand Prix, and we've got a VSC into the pits now here with Carlos Sainz. This race is not going well. I still think even with this little bit of a break that we've got here, we are still well and truly outside the points. We're going to convert we're going to convert Carlos to a soft finish because this VSC is too early. It's looking not great. Moment of truth here. On to a set of soft compound rubber. Man, this is bad. This is bad, bad, bad. Really good pit stop there from our boys. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's going to make too much of a difference. On to a set of softs for both drivers. We are going to emerge in P14 and P17.
Oh, no. Seems like a terminal failure to me.
Yes. Yes. We take those freebies. F for Liam, though. Ollie, what are you doing? Well, no safety car, no VSC. Alexander Albon now has a terminal fault. We'll be dragging that Alpine back into the pit lane. And Oliver Behrman, I believe, has probably got some suspension and maybe underfloor damage. So we take those. So Albon comes in. Behrman's coming in as well to serve that penalty. Sainz is now up to P9, and George is now up to P11. Could it be P10?
5 laps to go.
Come on, P10. We can overtake him. We can overtake him. Yes. There we go. Yes. Up the inside of Sargent. That's one.
Oscar Piastri is the winner.
All credit to the team for the car they put together, but without that incredible and consistent driving, it'd all be for nothing.
Well, Oscar Piastri wins, followed by a double Aston Martin podium. Props to the boys in green. For ourselves, we're going to come home P7 and P9. I'm glad that we were ultimately able to recover something at the end of this race, but it was... Ooh, George, careful, 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 careful. Hey, P7 and P8. We got something out of this, but not acceptable. Not acceptable at all.
Not a quick race to sum up, not least for George Russell there.
That marked an 8th place finish, which gives them a handful of points.
The drivers are ready, and the crowds are waiting. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go indeed. Wow, actually a lot of people come from the pit lane. So as you can see, it's going to be another wet one. It's going to be intermediate and just kind of hover around there, right around lap 20, what is that, 25, 24-ish is where the crossover will begin as we exit the pit lane here with Lando Norris in front of us. So George Russell, he's qualified well. He's up in P6, or fighting for P6 with Zhou Guanyu. Just trying to make it to the rain. No mistakes. Get to the rain.
3. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. And you really can't do that too often with these cars. And you can see how tight it is. And there, the cars make contact. Ooh. I wouldn't be surprised if there were a few words exchanged when they get back to the paddock.
Oh.
Now we're through the last turn here. Oh, that's where they hit the wall. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
Knocked a couple things. Just as the rain's starting to fall, we've got a red flag. Oh boy.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go again. What does the weather picture look like now? Still intermediate to the end of the Grand Prix. The question is, will we come in for a pit stop, or do we just go to the finish? Yuki Tsunoda crashes his way out of this Grand Prix, and we've got a VSC. This just got really interesting. All alone here for Carlos Sainz coming into the pit lane onto another set of intermediate rubber. Unless there's a dry side at the end of this, which I don't think that there will be, we can make it to the end on these tires, and I don't think anybody else can. I'm going to hope the AI aren't saving. Oh my god, they're saving. They're going to try to make it to the end. Oh my god, we're cooked. We're so fucking cooked. Oh my god. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. The AI is saving a lot of tire, and I don't think this is going to be worth it. I think I might have just done goofed this. So down and away in 2.3 seconds for George Russell. We are 19th and 20th, and just hoping that the AIs just destroy their tires. But honestly, our tires aren't that much better than theirs anyways.
Oh, that's quite an impact between them. A bitter blow, too, for more than one driver from the pack.
Unreal. So Albon and Antonelli are out of this race, and everybody at the front is going to come into the pit lane, put on fresh intermediates. We just got shafted so hard. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're incredibly torched. On to another set of intermediate tires. George is at 90%. The only chance that we have to get a good result is if we stay out here. We still come out P8, but everyone behind us is going to be on brand new rubber, except Red Bull have left Piastri out. Oh, no, he'll be able to come in. Never mind. He's still P1. Safety car's coming in. As you can see there, it's not exactly a pretty picture. So the only chance that we had at scoring points was with George Russell. Going to try to make the most of this 88%. And then for Carlos Sainz, we're coming from virtually dead last. Fingers crossed. Oh. Well, good thing we didn't run in the back of Liam Lawson. I'm surprised that there are people that are this close. I don't think anyone in front of us is going to have a puncture.
He's got the win. And first place goes to Piastri.
They can be really proud of what they've achieved today. A result like that doesn't just fall into your lap.
Or in some cases, it kind of does. Oscar Piastri wins once again. Another Aston Martin 2-3. We're going to come home P6 and P9, and it's going to feel like a victory today, considering that we were out of the running for the vast majority. Just played our cards right. Right place at the right time. Made the tires last. Good stuff there from Mr. Russell. That's the end of this episode here on YouTube. Stay here on Twitch. Still got 3 more to go. Ugh, that was an ugly one.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.